fellow SCP personnel, Archive here, and this time we'll be covering the classifications of the various SCPs, as well as taking a look at anomalous, neutralized, and decommissioned items. Those last three are probably pretty self-explanatory, but I was ordered to go over them, and like I said before, I'm not going to be the one to fuck this up. Let listener go yell at somebody else. I'm about sick of his shit at this point. Oh, listener's my supervisor, and that's all the information about him you'll get out of me. I know better. That always leads to termination. And if any of you are in contact with Angel, you know what termination consists of. I should really stop rambling. They warned me about that in the official report on my last file. So these are the big three official classes of active SCPs. Safe. The designation safe is assigned to subjects or objects that may be effectively and reliably contained. Safe designates may have individual containment procedures, but these procedures are not expected to fail frequently or be subject to later revision as more information is obtained about a subject. Some safe designates are human, humanoid, and or sentient. To prevent injury and or death to personnel and SCPs, interaction with such designates should be professional and courteous, taking into account special containment procedures. It should be noted that safe does not indicate that the containment procedures are unnecessary. Many safe designated objects can be quite dangerous in the right context. The important distinction that defines a safe object is that it can be handled with appropriate containment procedures. An example of a safe object would be a gun, a nuclear weapon, or polonium. For a complete list of safe SCPs, simply access the Foundation database and enter in the necessary security clearance along with the keyword safe. If you are accessing this information and your security clearance is level 0 or below, you will be terminated. Euclid. An SCP object is classified as a Euclid when its behavior cannot be unerringly predicted, either because the item is sentient, it behaves outside of current scientific knowledge, or its nature is simply poorly understood at present. Euclid class objects do not pose the same existential threat to humanity due to containment breach that Keter class objects do, but they still generally require more diligence to keep contained than safe class objects. Although many Euclid class objects could be used for the benefit of the Foundation or of humanity, they may have unforeseen ramifications after their use due to their unpredictable nature. Some Euclid class SCPs are eventually understood well enough to be reclassified as safe, but most remain inscrutable even to the most rigorous experimentation. For a complete list of Euclid SCPs, simply access the Foundation database and enter in the necessary security clearance along with the keyword Euclid. If you are accessing this information and your security clearance is level 0 or below, you will be terminated. Keter. Now we're getting into some really nasty shit. Because of the nature of my job, I have access to any and all information about any and all SCPs, but these are the ones that not even I can access directly. My security clearance only goes up to level 4, with special allowances for the creation of these audio logs. You'll have to go to someone like Angel if you want more detailed reports. All I really have to go on is the information they gave me, which is pretty much everything. And some of this shit I can do without seeing with my own 2 eyes. The designation Keter is assigned to subjects that both A. display vigorous, active hostility to human life, civilization, and or space-time, and B. are capable of causing significant destruction in the event of a containment breach. Such subjects must be cataloged, contained according to special containment procedures, and, if possible, destroyed. Merely being inimical to human life is not in itself cause for classification as a Keter-level object. A Keter classification indicates that not only is this subject capable of inflicting devastating harm to human life and civilization, but that containment protocols must be extensive, involved, and precisely followed in order to prevent it from doing so. Research into the neutralization of Keter-class SCPs is always a top priority of the Foundation. Cases in which Keter-class objects that are able to be neutralized by Foundation personnel and yet persist in Foundation custody are rare and are grouped into 3 main categories. In addition to cases where destruction of the object continues to be unfeasible due to apparent invulnerability or similar circumstance, there are some Keter-class objects with significant tactical value for the Foundation, as well as Keter-class objects that threaten more harm to humanity from their neutralization than from their continued existence. The Foundation has harnessed some Keter-class SCPs, but such situations are rare exceptions. For example, SCP-076-2 only agreed to work with the Foundation due to its unusual relationship with Agent Information Redacted and its ability to communicate with us, and even that didn't last long. The majority of Keter-class SCPs are insentient, and most are inanimate objects. This status may change as research and discovery continues. Keter means crown in Hebrew and is the uppermost level of the Sephirot in Jewish Kabbalah. For a complete list of Keter-class SCPs, simply access the Foundation database and enter in the necessary security clearance along with the keyword Keter. If you are accessing this information and your security clearance is level 0 or below, you will be terminated. Now for the self-explanatory ones. I apologize if it feels as though I'm treating you like an idiot by explaining these terms, but I'm just following orders, so don't get mad at me. Anomalous. Any object that has been appraised by the Foundation as not meriting further study or special containment. Some of these objects may be cataloged in the log of anomalous items. Note, no object with an SCP designation is categorized as anomalous, but some SCP objects were once categorized as anomalous before being assigned an SCP designation. Neutralized. Any object that has since been destroyed or in some way has no odd, extra-dimensional, or adverse effects. Objects classified as neutralized should have a note stating what class it was while it was an active SCP. The list of neutralized SCPs can be found in the Neutralized section of the Foundation database. Decommissioned. Reserved for objects that are not only destroyed, but disavowed by the Foundation. The list of decommissioned SCPs can be found in the Decommissioned SCPs section of the Foundation database. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, to access this information, simply log into the Foundation database and enter in your security clearance along with the keyword of the section you want to review. Once again, if you are accessing this information and your security clearance is level 0 or below, you will be terminated. That's it for the classifications of SCPs and other items the Foundation concerns itself with. I hope you find this informative, but be sure to check your security clearance before you attempt to gain access to anything in the list that I just did. Trust me, you don't want to be slated for termination simply because your curiosity got the better of you. Just remember your place, the job you've been assigned, and think about whether or not you really need the information you were trying to get. Next time we'll go over some other organizations you might need to know about. Remember, we die in the dark so that others can live in the light. If I have to keep saying that, I might just shoot myself one day. Until next time.